Shalom. Just want to encourage you all to get out and vote. I wasn't going to vote this year until another party came along and gave me some faith in what's going on, because New Zealand here, we're fighting for our country and we're fighting for our lives, and this election matters more than any other that I can remember in my lifetime. And I haven't always voted, I haven't always been registered. If you're not registered, go do it, because this time it matters, because it's a matter of life and death. And in New Zealand today, there are many things afoot that shouldn't be here, don't belong here. Number one is the UN's interfering, and at the moment the UN's engaged in a worldwide power grab, and they want to grab power, take our sovereignty away from Aotearoa, from us being a sovereign nation, and us New Zealanders having rights that we've always grown up with, but we've taken for granted. And I just say, wake up people of New Zealand, get out there and vote, exercise your democratic right, say no to overseas interference, vote for politicians that are going to stand up for you and serve you in the parliament and not themselves and overseas interests. And at the moment in New Zealand, one of the biggest problems is the communism, Chinese communism. They're buying up land and business, having spies in government, learning institutions in business and in society, because they're in union, they're married together with the UN, and they're Agenda 21 and 2030. They have no place in New Zealand. There's no place in New Zealand. We are a democratic nation. You need to listen to the anthem, our national anthem. It's the best anthem in the world. You know, freedom, truth, honesty, transparency. That's enshrined in our national anthem. If you know it, I encourage you to get to know it and listen to it. It won't kill you. You know, so we need to get out there, because we matter. Your vote matters. You matter, because you're a taxpayer. Whatever you buy, you pay GST on. Get out and vote. Make your voice heard. Stand up for freedom, because New Zealand is under attack like never before, and there are forces at work against this nation. Amen, and against all the people living here, that they have an agenda for New Zealand, and it doesn't include you and me. And I can give you an example. The barbaric abortion law the government took upon themselves to make into law, but without consulting the public, but without consulting us, you and I, the taxpayers. Yeah. Who gave them to decide the right to life? Who gave them to act like God, to say who lives and who dies? It's an abomination. That government has a lot of innocent blood on their hands, and they know it. That's why when you have a thinking that goes against the grain, the narrative, the government narrative, you get labelled a conspiracy theorist. They become afraid of you. The government wants you to continue to be ignorant, continue to be uninformed, continue to be afraid, continue to live with your head in the sand. They love those kinds of people. But if you become informed, if you become a critical thinker, a free thinker, and these are all healthy things to be, part of being a free person, okay, you attract attention, the government's attention, and the forces controlling the government and over the government. See, in our parliament we have a spirit. It's an antichrist spirit in our parliament. That's why they want to get rid of vestiges of Jesus Christ in the prayer when you open parliament. Christ in schools, we can't have that. But we can teach our kids, we can sexualise our kids in schools. We can teach them that boys can be girls and girls can be boys. How screwed up is that? Pedophilia is normal? No, it's not normal. The UN is a massive criminal organisation, and it's interfering in New Zealand big time, and it promotes pedophilia, it promotes child trafficking, it promotes drugs and wars and a whole lot of other things. It's just a front, and it's interfering, and it wants to take away our sovereignty as a nation and your rights. It wants to strip you so that you become a slave. So get out and vote.
Nice one, brother.